it's just me today because this week, as you know, you read the title, I'm going to be doing this video on dealing with divorce. And then next week, just to update y'all on the schedule and everything, next week Skylar's going to be doing a video by herself called Facing Fear. And it's going to be kind of her testimony and when she struggled with fear and what all she went through and all that. And then the next week should be, fingers crossed, a Thanksgiving video should be going up. I'm getting on a plane for the first time ever and I'm really scared. And I'm going to be like filming that and filming our Thanksgiving. We've got a lot of fun stuff planned. So I'm really excited to film that because I think it's going to be a really fun video to watch. So I'm just going to dive right into today's video. Divorce. Obviously it's not a fun subject. Nobody wants to live through divorce, whether it be parent-wise or kid-wise. Nobody wants to live through divorce. But I think it's been about 2.5 years now. I was almost 16 when they told us they were divorcing, and now I'm 18. I've been 18 for a little while. I was going into my junior year. This was also the year that my sister got a scholarship to play softball, and she was moving out of the house full-time to live in her dorm. Obviously, she had to. And so that was a big change, like, in itself. If you have siblings, you know, like, you live with your siblings, you know, 24/7. They live in the house with you. And then all of a sudden they move out and you don't see them during the week at all. And then some weekends you don't even see them because they have games and different stuff. And that's a big adjustment all on its own. And then to add in your parents now living in 2 separate locations and you having to navigate this new normal all by yourself without your sibling, it's crazy and it's hard and it's really difficult. And sometimes I felt really alone and it was really hard. I'd be lying if I said that divorce is not hard, that it's easy on everybody. And everybody might have a different experience with it. But this is just my experience. It was a really rough time for me. I was very angry with both of my parents. It was pretty fresh from when they had told us. Like, my mama had a friend that was kind of encouraging her to get back out there and start dating and stuff, and she decided she was going to do that. Well, I was angry with that because I was like, I don't think that you should be over it yet. You know, like, I had my idea of thinking that you should still be processing it all and you should still be, like, not okay. And she was fine and she was ready to date and whatnot. And I think it was just her way of, like, she's been married since she was 18, so she kind of wanted to be a little wild for a minute. Both parents did. But, which I had a friend who I kind of talked to about it during this time who knew, you know, like, had been through divorce and everything. And she kind of said that her parents did the same thing. So maybe it's like a common thing. I don't know. But I had a really hard time with that because I was like, you teach me how to act, and I act that way, and I do what I'm supposed to do, but here you are, and you've taught me all this, and now you're not even following it? Like, what is wrong with you? So I had a really hard time with that, and I was really, really angry, and I was really upset, and I bottled it all up, and I didn't get it out there, and then whenever, like, it was too much for me to handle, I exploded, and I exploded all on my mama. I never directed, I mean, there was times when I was, like, frustrated at my daddy and would, like, give him a hard time about going out on dates and different stuff, but the bulk of it was directed at my mama because I guess, I don't know why it was, like, directed at my mama, but I guess it was because she would take it more, you know, like, she would let me give it to her, and she would give it right back, but she would let me give it to her, and I guess that's kind of where I got my anger out, was with her and, like, fighting with her and hollering at her. And obviously I'm not proud of the way that I treated my mama during this time, but I was so angry, and I didn't see that what I was saying was wrong because I was so angry that I just didn't even care. I was like, I don't care, I'll do my own thing and whatever. And me and my mama would get in so many fights, and, like, it would be fine one second and awful the next, and I would, like, pack my stuff and I would leave. I'd be like, I'm out of here, I'm going to my daddy's because I'm not going to deal with you. And I would leave. And that's not the way to deal with things, obviously. But that's what I did because I didn't want to talk about it. It was something I just wanted to push to the side and be done with it. And I didn't want to talk about it. And it got to a point where I came in one night And the fighting and stuff probably went on for, I would say, probably a year. And it got to a point where it was so bad. And I came in one night and I was squalling. And I was like, Mama, I can't do this anymore. It's gotten to a point where I love you, but I don't even want to come over here anymore. Because I know every time I come over here, it's like just fighting and awful. And I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't live in this environment anymore. Either we're going to have to straighten all this out, or I can't come over here anymore because I can't do this. So we both just we cried it out and we talked it out, and I had kind of talked with my daddy too. There was just some stuff I guess I needed to get off my chest. I didn't really know how to say the things I was feeling. So once I finally got it all off my chest with my mama, it was like a whole nother ball game. Like, I told her how I was feeling, that I was so angry at her that I didn't even want to look at her. And I blamed her, and I was mean to her and everything, just because I didn't really know how to deal with it any other way other than just be angry over the things she was doing, over her dating, just like everything. I was just angry. In general, I was angry at both parents, but I just directed it all at my mama. One thing I want to say is, if you learn anything from what I'm telling you, it's just not, if I would have told my mama how I was feeling immediately, like as soon as I was feeling that way, we could have got it all out, and then a year could have not went by and us be so angry at each other that it got to just a toxic place. So if you're feeling a certain way toward a parent or both parents, and you're having trouble just like processing everything, just talk out with them immediately. Like, don't do what I did. Or not only was it just a lot at once, like my junior year, school-wise, was my hardest year. So I was under a lot of stress. Like, there was a state test that we had to pass. I had all my core classes in a semester. So I was under a lot of stress as far as that goes. So just like school-wise too. But also, like, I missed my sister. And also, I was having to navigate living at 2 houses out of a suitcase, which is so frustrating. And going back and forth between house to house and seeing one parent, seeing the other parent. And it's hard. I'd be lying if I said it was ever easy. If there's anything that I could tell y'all to help somebody out, it's just, like I said, don't wait to tell your parents like how you're feeling. Just like get it all out there, because that's the best thing you can do for your relationship with your parent. It's just to tell them. Just to pray through it. I felt really low. I did not think, I don't know, I didn't think me and my mama were going to survive it. Like, I really thought that there was going to be a day where I was going to have to, like, pack up all my stuff and just leave completely, because I couldn't even handle her anymore. And it wasn't even her, it was me. Like, I was making it hard on my own self, just being angry. Just pray through it. Pray for strength. And another thing is to just find yourself good friends. Find yourself friends that will pray for you. Find yourself friends that will be there for you, even if they can't relate to the situation, or even if they can relate 100%. Just find you some friends that will be there for you. It is quality, not quantity. If you have 100 friends who are complete crap, you have nothing. At the end of the day, you have 100 friends, but they're not there for you when you really need them. What do you have? Just find you a friend that'll pray for you, a friend that loves you no matter what, or friends that do those things. Also, I want to say this. I know this is such a generic thing to say, but if you ever, we list our social medias for a reason. Obviously, we want people to be able to keep up with what's going on the channel, but also, like, if there's ever something, we put all this information out and we're so vulnerable so that it can help somebody. And if you ever need feedback on a certain situation that you're going through, or you ever want some advice or just anything, we list our social medias where you can always message us. I would be happy to give advice and help anybody in any way that I could. Obviously, I'm not an expert, but if what I've went through, I go through for a reason to help somebody else in the end, then I want to do that. I want to help somebody. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and Skylar, we'll see you next week.